Hello One Piece nerds from all across the globe. Welcome back to another video. Today, let's talk about chapter 1052. It's been out for a day. The scans are out for a day, not waiting for the official. And let's put my thought. Chapter title is should be the new dawn. I don't think it should be the new morning, but I think it should be the new dawn. Unless Oda is playing Oda and keeping that title for something else completely different. Anyways, chapter starts with the CP0 guy talking to the Gorosei, confirming that Kaido and Big Mom has been defeated, Sun God Nika has awakened, and the Gorosei are pissed. The Gorosei are definitely pissed. So, one thing to note about the Gorosei is that they sort of immediately knew that if now that Zunisha's left, the Wano's border is going to remain closed. So the only people who are supposed to know this is Zunisha and Momonosuke, but the Gorosei knew about it, which is a little surprising if you ask me. Which goes to show it might have happened before. There's been previous incidents in the world, in the time span of the world government ruling the world, where something like this has happened, and something about Zunisha's curse of roaming around the ocean or the sea has something to do with the Wano's border staying open or closed, or something like that, something to that extent. So it's like the only time we've seen Zunisha stay closed is basically when Wano was about to be open but is not opened. This is the only time we've seen Zunisha stay still. Anyways, I think that has some very significant importance in the future arcs. Moving on. Now that they can't, so they also say they can't invade Wano because the borders are closed. It's going to be hard, even with their force, to invade Wano. I don't know why they said it. I think it probably will be hard because of the waterfall or something. I don't know, something's there in Wano that if it's open, it becomes a lot easier for the rest of the world to just basically enter it. So, with that being said, they decided that project's done and they're going to target Robin again. So what we're seeing Oda do is basically repeatedly play two of the same storylines from pre-time skip to post-time skip. Number one, Sabo. So the whole thing with Sabo and the papers and everyone crying goes to show that something's bad happened to Sabo. The same thing that happened with Ace. It's basically the same game being played. But this is, again, I think Oda just outplaying us, saying that, yo, that was Big News Morgan's exaggerating, and this is not much. And with Robin, I think this is just, noodling around with the forces of the navies and everything. I think Oda's just trying to, try to tingle us a little bit, excite us. But I don't think anything significant would happen. If it were to happen, I think it would lead to the Straw Hats leaving Wano. I think that's just a catalyst of the Straw Hats leaving Wano to enter in the next arc or something. Speaking of Robin, we see that the next scene is Zoro and Luffy waking up. We see the fight between Zoro and Sanji. Hilarious that Oda just decided to that, the whole importance of Zoro seeing the Grim Reaper or not opening his eyes, and Sanji's, telling Zoro about, if I lose myself, please put me down for good. He just plays it off as a joke. I loved it. It was hilarious. And among everyone, we see all of the Straw Hats. We've seen most of the Straw Hats in the the small banquet of Luffy and Zoro getting up and eating. And the other two, Usopp and Frankie, we see them at the docks repairing the ships. The only person missing, coincidentally, is Robin. Oda's also trying to play with us that, Robin was supposed to be targeted, but Robin's missing. So what's up with that? I don't think Robin's captured yet. If it were to happen, I say it would happen before. We would have seen some sort of a hint. But since that hasn't happened, and if Robin were to be captured, I think Straw Hats would know about it, and they wouldn't be sitting ducks. So I think that is unlikely to happen. Also, the CP0 call was intercepted by Admiral Greenbull, saying that stay where you are. I will be there in Wano very shortly. That was before the 1 week break. The 1 week, time skip. So I think, Admiral Greenbull is just arriving in Wano. I don't think anything's been done. And CP0 people or world government ships are still there with nothing, no interruptions or whatever, and just waiting for Green Bull alive. As for Robin, I think she's deciphering the poneglyphs. We didn't see her react to Big Mom's poneglyph, and Kaido might have a few other poneglyphs with him due to him being this strong and conquering so many territories and everything, him knowing a lot. I say that he definitely had a lot of poneglyphs, and Robin just deciphering them with Inurashi or someone else. I don't think that should be much of an argument to talk, saying that Robin's missing and we should freak out. And leaving that aside, we see that the tragedy is that we lost Ashura and Izo. So Ashura, I knew for sure was done for. After since the bomb thing, I just knew that he was done for. Izo was the one I thought would make it alive very well. After what Usopp said about surviving, we gotta live. I thought he was gonna make it, but he didn't, which is sad. Especially since Marco, again, seeing another tragedy before him, losing someone important, losing a friend. Marco's lost so much in the past 2 years that I feel very sad for him. He's a very tragic character. And he's been through a lot, honestly. You guys have to come to that Marco is probably one of the most tragic characters that One Piece has ever created. And, well, our respects to Izo and Ashura, also to Yasu. We've lost people in war. I mean, Oda's just showing that, hey, this wasn't just any simple war. We've actually lost people. So we did. Moving on, the chapter almost concludes with new bounties. So, new bounties, that means that also the emperors were declared, and I think official emperors were declared, and new bounties are here. So, emperors, and that whole emperor thing, I don't think either Kid or Law would be left out of the frame, because Oda went out of his way to create the fifth emperor. I think this is the exact reason why he did, is because he wanted to fill that gap with Law and Kid, moving on as Rufy's rivals. I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't think he would go out of his way to just, destroy the whole system of 5 emperors. Now we're back to 4. I think all 3 of them deserve to be emperors. They've done a lot. They've done very significant things in Wano, and all of them deserve the emperor title. Although the Heart Pirates aren't that strong as the Kid Pirates or the Straw Hats, I think Law himself alone deserves that title because he himself is very strong, and the crew is not weak. They've made it through the Grand Lines and everything. So you gotta give him some props. As for bounties, though, I'm not gonna judge on anyone else. I'm not gonna estimate who's gonna be where. But Luffy's, I have to talk about, because I want Luffy to end up at 4.5. Is I believe there's going to be a huge war taking place immediately after Wano in the next arc, which Oda foreshadowed, which he basically told about. And I think that would trigger his ultimate bounty, or it is highly likely that Luffy gets the bounty of 5.6 billion right now. Why do I think 5.6? Because Gomu is 5 and 6, numbers 5 and 6, and Luffy's been referenced with that number a lot. He had the same number when he was entering the Coliseum. He had a t-shirt of 5 and 6. Gomu is literally translating to 5 and 6. So 5.6 billion is on the table. Do I think it'll happen now? Likely. I don't want it to happen now. I want it to happen after the war. But since Oda's entering into the final saga, I think he'll get it now. He'll get it now just to, beat our expectations, because we all expect Luffy to get at least 2 more than 4 billion because he's defeated Kaido, but he's done a lot more. He has the Grand Fleet now, he has Fishman Island, now he's associated with Wano, also with the Nika fruit and everything. I think he can go to that 5.6 mark. And that's it for this video, honestly. I have more thoughts. I will have more videos coming out in the week talking about certain topics, and keep an eye out from that. So thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day. Peace.